¿Cómo andan, loco? ¿Todo bien? Se cuenta, volvimos, nuevo capítulo, nuevo capítulo. Seguimos con el de Outer World. Habíamos caído en un mundo llamado Monarca, no Mónaca. Mónaca es un personaje de Dragon Ball Super. Monarca. Y hay un montón de cosas para hacer. De hecho, todas las misiones casi me mandan acá. Así que vamos a empezar a hacerla. En el último capítulo avancé con la misión principal. Y básicamente me mandan a hablar con una mina que, bueno, nada, la mina también necesita que la ayude a conseguir unos medicamentos. eh, pero bueno, nada, me mandan a hacer otras cosas y bueno, ataquemos la misión secundaria que tenemos acá cerca, si es que puedo entrar. Eh, residente, residente, a ver, debe ser comida, seguro. Ah, no, mira, no solamente comida. Pega por 70, bien, pega por 70. No, creo que tenía una, ¿no? Por 70. Me estoy confundiendo. Ah, la tenía él. Estoy tratando de distribuir un poco los diferentes tipos de armas y los diferentes tipos de municiones también. Por ejemplo, yo tengo mi arma principal, tiene cartuchos de energía, pero la de mis compañeros tiene unos cartuchos de balas pesadas, por así decirlo, y el otro balas ligeras, como para que cada uno consuma lo que le corresponde, pues si no, lo que sí me gustaría conseguir es un rifle para Parvati un poco más fuerte, pasa que no encuentro. Pero bueno, ya voy a conseguir. A ver, este,
Good day to you.
no, este.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this... where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rat spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back. Before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
Tranquilo, ¿eh?
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
Menos mal que se fue hecho una
A
meada
pleasure to help such a
después y no
charming
antes,
young
¿no?
lady.
Oh, gosh. My tongue's rumbling just smelling that casserole. I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling...
Bueno, ¿ves? Listo. Esta misión está, por más que tuve que pagar 3 lucas, no me importa. Ah, ventaja, no le agregué ventajas. ¿Sabes que no sé todavía las habilidades de los personajes? Bueno, tengo activada esta. Ujú. Pero tengo más para hacer acá adentro, mira.
Help! Someone's been killed!
¿Qué onda con uno salto, no llego? Espera, ¿por qué me señala varias cosas? Ah, el que está acá arriba es el que me dio la misión. Vamos a guardar por las dudas.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
¿Te manda la mentira? Ah,
Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
bueno,
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the spacer, unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on. For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life. Fine by me. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Bueno, nada. Me queda ir. Me queda ir acá. Pero ¿cómo hago para subir ahí arriba?
Sounds like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work.
¿Tendrá una entrada por acá? Antes de meterme ahí. Ah, no puedo. ¿Qué me pide? 45 me pide. No, olvidé. Jugamos con Caleb a ver qué dice. Igual re hijo de puta, ¿no? Le quería robarlo. Le quería robar los ahorros.
Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay. Nope.
Bueno, nada, no puedo avanzar si no. Tendré que aumentar un poco ahí. Sigamos con otro porque tengo que aumentar ahí un poquito el. Acá hay otro también.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi? Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
El póster es el que nos pidieron el pibito, viste que cuando entré a Monarca había un pibito que estaba esperando que le llegue un póster de un jugador de Tosball.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
Lo
Sort
quita
of
por los
a
huesos.
strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filled. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises. You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man... Sorry. Have you talked to Sebastian? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago. Oh, have you talked?
Well, new business turns up at last.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional, erotic, and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems, thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you. Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance. In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such material. I've asked myself the same thing, not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra. As you may have noticed, this planet has
Estoy viendo si me
more
da
than a
transmisión,
share of hazards.
nada más.
And as the other corporation. MSI's leadership at the time certainly thought so.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. It's humane. But it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment. No, they laughed. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in it. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more...
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've met. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MS... What can I do for you? I see. Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Cuánto diálogo, Hay puertitas acá. Se va de afuera. Vámonos. Ah, mira, un cosito para comprar. Bueno, a ver, uff. Vamos a ver si encontramos.
Hey, Velma.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, this again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Pobre pibe.
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous... Damn right it is. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm, it's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Damn right he will. Hopefully that'll be the last I see of him for a while. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Listo. Tengo el póster. Todo sea por la experiencia. Qué cagada, tengo que subir esa cerrajería para robarme el dinero del pobre infeliz trabajador. Cualquier similitud con la realidad es pura coincidencia, ¿eh?
Have you had time to check on that? Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days. You think maybe you could get some of your friends to land here, too? It's real quiet.
Bueno. ¿Qué más tenemos? ¿Qué hay acá? Ah, esta era...
What are the chances?
arriba. Ah, está la nave.
Could have been born.
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts? Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
¡Viva el amor!
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself.
¡Viva el
You and me,
amor!
Captain. I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
¿Vieron? En los juegos no es todo disparo, muerte, sexo, droga, rock and roll. No, no, no. Hay amor.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did... Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Not to worry. If I never buy another raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Bueno. Se me activó la misión automática. Bueno. A ver qué tiene acá. Loco, dame una armadura más copada, loco.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
¿Qué pasó? Bueno.
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac.
You know, I haven't... Oh! You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh? Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry. Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
We're in agreement that this Braxton is probably dead, right?
Bueno. Ahora hay muchas cosas afuera, ¿eh? Muchas misiones afuera. Esto es la huelga, la huelga. Esto es lo de la pastillita, la huelga. Voy a ir acá, ¿no? La huelga. ¿Qué es esto que está acá adentro?
you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths. Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible... Right, so the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind... Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Bueno. Vamos a matar matones. Bueno. Mira la cantidad de misiones que tenemos activas, loco. Bueno, no nos queda otra que ir afuera, ¿eh? Así que... vamos afuera.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in... Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about
En el 90% de los juegos que jugué, y hay eventos como este, al pibe lo encontrás
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place
partido
like
al
this.
medio en algún lado.
Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you? Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Bueno. Vamos a grabar por las dudas. Y nos vamos. Mientras se carga, dale like, compartí el video, poner una suscribite si no estás suscrito, activa la campanita, que me ayuda un montón, y a vos te avisa cuando subo video. Nos metimos en una, loco. Este mapa me pinta más grande. Bueno, a ver. Tengo cositas más cerca para hacer. Vamos con este, que está más cerquita. Vamos, vámonos haciendo despacito hasta llegar hasta el final. También hay que ver bien el tema de los enemigos.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload some tuna shipments at the canal.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
A veces ahí hay enemigos.
Try me?
Uy, son re difíciles, loco. Ah, bien. Parece, ¿sabes qué? Cuanto más lejos estás, le pegas menos. Oh, bueno, está bien. ¡Ay, por uno! Por uno. Me falta uno de los cositos redondos.
That's the last of them.
Ahí, ahí, mira. Me faltaban los cositos redonditos estos. Uf. No, 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 no. Voy a abrir el otro que es más grande, a ver si tiene cosas mejores. A ver. Vamos a volver acá. Está por acá, ¿no? Ya veo que tiene una porquería de cosas. Vámonos. Ahí. No veo nada, ¿eh? Por acá no, por acá. Hay un bichito ahí. A ver si puedo evitarlo. Bueno, tenemos talentos. Me gustaría... una cosa así. Bueno, ¿qué nos queda? ¿Sabes cuál es el problema de los juegos que tienen muchas misiones secundarias? Que a veces le perdés el hilo a la historia principal. Te desvías.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner? I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always... And who could? Stretch out your hand and cosmic divinity reaches back. Open wide your mouth and the universe... That they do. Though it's up to us to make the most of those opportunities, wouldn't you say? Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner? I hope you favor ketchup and woolly cheddar.
Ketchup.
We have to make do.
Está re buena, ¿eh?
Oh,
Escrito
hello
así.
there. You come for dinner? Sorry, I'm not real good with, it just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way too.
Other times it's like there's fog. That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Esa cena,
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine. Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've... I do appreciate your patience.
no termina bien esto, ¿eh?
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies? You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front. They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so... That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. No, I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now he said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again. Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
We wouldn't want to intrude.
Es medio rarito esto, ¿eh? Tengo miedo que me roben todo.
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Voy a grabar. Por las dudas si aparece algo. Hay una toma de decisión importante o alguna cosa de esa media rara.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't... I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now please, try to relax.
I hope you favor catch-up and woolly cheddar. We have
Nice to
make
meet you.
do with what we can find.
Wait, did I already say that?
Spacer's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
You must be famished. Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything.
¿Y cómo paro a...?
I hope you favor ketchup and woolly cheddar. We have to make do with what we can find.
Nice to meet you. Wait, did I already say that?
Bueno, ahí arriba. ¿Será que acá hay algo?
No.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
Mm. Mira, la pibita no está más, ¿eh?
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you? Of course not. What better end for the day than a meal around the family table? And what more noble purpose for you than to bring us together? Did you hear that, Martha? Threatening our family in our own home.
It's very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Have a fight on our hands.
How can we explain this to folks? Everybody with missing family will wonder if these people.
A ver, me dieron algo interesante. 68, 75. Cachiporro. 140, pero no tiene. Sí, te da un aturdimiento. Y este tiene 38 de armadura, mirá. Está buena, ¿eh? Y se puede mejorar, ¿eh? Bueno, salgamos nomás. Re carnívoro. No, ¿cómo es? Ay, me olvidé el nombre. Se me fue la palabra. Le cortaron la gamba para comérsela. Hablando de comérsela, tengo un hambre, loco, que no veo. Bueno, ¿qué más nos queda por acá? Mapa. Vamos, mapa. Podríamos hacer un rayo de esperanza. Asuntos de familia, un hombre vacío. Podríamos hacer esta. ¿Se puede ir por acá? No, no. No. Vamos a tener que ir. Ese es grande, ¿eh? Ese es grande. Grande pesado. Pero bueno, loco, lo dejamos acá. Si el video te gustó, dale like, compartí, suscribite, activa la campanita que te avisa cuando subo nuevos videos. Te mando un saludo, un fuerte abrazo y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. ¡Chau!